Scene opens with a wide, sweeping drone shot of a vast, sun-scorched savanna. The grass is patchy, a mosaic of pale yellow and dry earth. The only green is concentrated in a small, shrinking patch near a dwindling waterhole. The air shimmers with heat. The sound is minimal. The faint buzz of insects, the whisper of a hot wind. In the heart of the African plains, a silent drama unfolds, a testament to the relentless cycle of life and death. Here, on a shrinking patch of green, a gathering of antelopes becomes a microcosm of a world on the brink. They are a collection of species, from the graceful impalas with their lyre-shaped horns to the sturdy wildebeest, their shaggy manes coated in dust. Usually, these herds would graze across miles of open grassland, but the season of plenty is a distant memory. Now they are forced into an uneasy proximity, sharing a single, dwindling resource. Close up on the face of an impala, its large dark eyes wide with a mixture of hunger and apprehension. It takes a quick bite of grass, then its head snaps up, ears swiveling like radar dishes scanning the horizon. The camera pans slowly across the herd, showing similar behaviors. A young wildebeest nudges its mother, who gently pushes it back towards the safety of the group's center. The sound of chewing is sharp, almost desperate, punctuated by the occasional nervous snort. The atmosphere is thick with a tension that is almost palpable. This is not a peaceful gathering. It is a congregation born of desperation. The antelopes move with a deliberate, cautious grace. They lower their heads to graze for only a few seconds at a time before snapping back up, their senses on high alert. Their chewing is rapid, their gazes constantly sweeping the perimeter of their fragile haven. They know, with an instinct honed over millennia, that they are not alone. The very resource that sustains them also makes them intensely vulnerable. This small oasis of life acts as a beacon, drawing not just the thirsty and the hungry, but also those who hunt them. The camera shifts its focus to the tall, golden grass at the edge of the green patch. At first, nothing is visible. Then, a subtle twitch. A slight parting of the stalks. The camera slowly zooms in, using a shallow depth of field to blur the antelopes in the background. The shape becomes clearer. The low-slung, powerful shoulder of a lioness, her tawny coat a perfect camouflage against the dry vegetation. Only her focused amber eyes and the black tip of her ear are clearly defined. The sound of her slow, controlled breathing is faintly audible. Out there, concealed by the savanna's deceptive veil, the predators are watching. They are the masters of patience, the architects of ambush. A lioness, her muscles coiled like a powerful spring, lies motionless in the tall grass. Her coloration is a marvel of natural selection, rendering her nearly invisible to the untrained eye. She is the embodiment of latent power, her entire being focused on a single objective. Her gaze is not random. It is a calculated assessment. She is not just looking at the herd, she is studying it. She is searching for a sign of weakness, a moment of distraction, an individual that strays too far from the collective safety of the group. She can wait for hours, her energy conserved, her presence a silent, suffocating threat that hangs over the grazing antelopes. Cut back to the herd. A male kudu, with magnificent spiral horns, stands sentinel on a small termite mound, his elevated position giving him a better vantage point. He lets out a loud, sharp bark. Instantly, the entire herd freezes. Every head is up, every ear is pointed in the same direction. The chewing stops. A profound electric silence descends upon the field. The camera pans across the frozen figures, capturing their statuesque stillness. A young gazelle presses against its mother's leg, trembling. The survival of the herd depends on this shared vigilance. They have evolved a sophisticated system of communication, a language of subtle cues and alarm calls. The sharp bark of a kudu, the frantic snort of a wildebeest, or the high-pitched whistle of an impala. Each sound carries a specific meaning, a warning that ripples through the assembled animals in an instant. In this moment of shared peril, interspecies rivalries are forgotten. They are united by a common enemy. The air crackles with suspense. This is a battle of nerves, a psychological warfare played out on the savanna stage. The camera follows the kudu's gaze, slowly pushing through the grass from the antelope's perspective. The world becomes a blur of yellow stalks. The tension builds with the slow, searching movement of the camera. Finally, it settles again on the lioness. She has not moved, but she knows she has been spotted. The element of surprise is lost. She lifts her head slightly, her expression one of frustrated resignation. She lets out a low, rumbling sigh, a puff of dust rising from the ground in front of her. She rises slowly, her powerful frame unfolding from the grass, and turns to slink away, melting back into the savanna. For now, the danger has passed. The collective defense has worked. The lioness, knowing her cover is blown and the chance for a successful hunt has plummeted, chooses to conserve her energy for another time, another opportunity. A wave of relief seems to wash over the herd. The sentinel kudu lets out a softer, rolling grunt, an all-clear signal. But the respite is brief. The fundamental problem remains: the shrinking field, the dwindling water, and the constant lurking presence of those who see them as prey. The antelopes slowly, cautiously, resume their grazing. The pace is still hurried, the glances over their shoulders still frequent. The camera pulls back, rising high above the scene once more. It shows the small, isolated patch of green surrounded by an immense, harsh landscape. In the distance, a pair of hyenas can be seen trotting towards the waterhole, their distinctive loping gait a new omen on the horizon. The sun begins to set, casting long shadows and painting the sky in fiery oranges and purples. As daylight begins to fade, a new set of challenges emerges. The setting sun offers no true peace, only a changing of the guard. The diurnal predators like the lioness may retreat, but the night belongs to others. The hyena clan, with their bone-crushing jaws and relentless stamina, will soon be on the prowl. Leopards, solitary and stealthy, will use the cover of darkness to their advantage. For the antelopes, the vigil never ends. Sleep will be fitful, taken in short bursts, always with one ear open to the sounds of the night. Their lives are a perpetual balancing act between the need to eat and the need to avoid being eaten. This small patch of grass is both their lifeline and their potential death trap, a stage where the timeless and brutal elegance of survival is performed every single day and every single night.